Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Savera and I'm Shefali. Heavy and relentless rain over the past 3 days have caused severe disruptions along the Indian-Nepal border, raising alarms among authorities and residents alike due to the increasing threat of widespread flooding. The Bihar River has flown beyond its bank and water levels are rising rapidly, placing numerous villages on both sides of the border under imminent threat. Residents in these areas have expressed growing fear of the river's strong currents have already entered homes, forcing many to evacuate. On Sunday morning, floodwaters breached dozens of houses in Samadri, Ward number 9 of Mithani municipality in Nepal, prompting panic and emergency relocations. Families affected by the flood have been rushed to temporary shelters set up in schools and community buildings, including the Sri Lakshmi Narayan Secondary School in Samardani. Mithani Mayor Hari Prasad Mandal visited the flood-affected zones to personally assess the situation, urging residents in low-lying and riverbank areas to immediately move to safer locations. He warned that with continuous rainfall on both the Nepalese and Indian sides of the border, the river level could rise further, intensifying the threat to vulnerable communities. Emergency response teams have been mobilized and relief arrangements are underway to provide food, clean water and medical assistance to displaced families. Across Nepal, the situation has turned increasingly precarious. The downpours have triggered floods and landslides in several regions, including the capital Kathmandu, disrupting road connectivity and causing temporary suspension of domestic flight operations from Tribhuvan International Airport. While flights have now resumed, road travel in and out of the capital remains severely affected, leaving thousands of commuters stranded and hampering the transport of essential supplies. The impact is spilling over into the Indian state of Bihar, where authorities are closely monitoring rising water levels. Nepal has released a massive volume of water by opening 50 gates of the Kosi barrage, releasing approximately 335,000 cuses in the Kosi, Gangat and Bhagwati rivers. The sudden influx of water has raised concern of potential flooding in multiple districts of Bihar, particularly in areas along the border with Nepal and downstream riverbanks. Eastern Nepal continues to preserve and receive heavy rainfall, prolonged the flood risk, and the situation is expected to remain tense over the next few days. Complicating matters further, Bihar is in the final stages of preparations for the upcoming assembly elections. Officials now face the dual challenge of conducting safe and smooth electoral processes while simultaneously managing a potential humanitarian crisis. Election logistics, polling arrangement and security plans may need continuous adjustment depending on the evolving flood situation, adding pressure on state authorities. Disaster management teams on both sides of the border are coordinating closely to issue early warnings, conduct evacuation and ensure the safety of residents. Temporary shelters have been set up and relief materials are being pre-positioned in the high-risk areas. Authorities are advising communities living along the river to remain vigilant, avoid crossing flooded areas and follow official updates through government channels. The ongoing situation highlights the urgent need for integrated flood management and cross-border coordination. It also underscores the vulnerability of riverine communities to sudden weather events, particularly in regions where administration responsibilities are divided between countries. The combination of intense rainfall, overflowing rivers and the ongoing electoral schedule in Bihar presents a complex scenario, requiring careful planning, timely action and vigilant monitoring to mitigate loss of life and property while ensuring the democratic process proceeds uninterrupted. That's all for now in this update. Stay tuned to The Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.